Hey everybody, this is Ben from TuneEssence doing Ask a Guitarist, answering questions you guys have submitted for the everyday working guitar player. First question, when or what do you do when it does make ends meet? Well, I try to keep my work situation pretty diversified so that that doesn't happen. I'll do a mix of teaching, performing, writing. So if one of those things doesn't I don't get as much work from one of those things, then I'll try to pick up the other to sort of keep it all balanced, right? So if one of the schools that I teach at, I don't have as many students for a semester, then I'll try to take on more gigs or more students at a different school, and vice versa, to try to keep everything balanced. Second question, do you enjoy playing covers or originals more with consideration to the crowd hype? I think I enjoy both. The work situation is usually different for each of those. Um, for if I'm playing in like one of my own like bands or musical projects or whatever, then it's usually just originals, and that's really satisfying to be able to play something you've worked on for people. Covers usually I would do for work, so that can be just as satisfying. I mean, if you're playing a song everybody likes and everybody's into it, then I mean that can be just as fun as playing a song that you've written. Um, so I'd say it depends on, if the crowd's into it, then I don't care if I wrote it or not. What kind of education and connections did you need? Um, my education, I studied kind of rock and jazz styles with a songwriter and music producer and session guitar player from when I was 13 until I graduated high school. And then I did classical guitar. I was a classical guitar major through college. And then I started working and teaching after that. So I think for me, having that kind of balanced education between classical styles and rock styles and jazz has been really useful as far as getting work. Um, Being able to sort of play in different styles, being able to read as well as improvise a bit can be really, really helpful when you're getting work. And then the connections just from my teachers, and then from any gig that you play. I mean, if you play well and you are a professional, then people will want to work with you again. So really, you make good connections from any gig that you play. Next question: what would you do if you were to become deaf? I have no idea. I have no idea. Um, I'd probably go back to. I would probably do grad school or something. Um, but I'm not thinking about it too much until it happens. Uh, what is your weekly practice regiment like? If I'm working a lot, then I'm not really practicing that much. Because I mean, if I'm teaching for 6 hours and then I have a 2-hour rehearsal, then when I get home, I don't really want to play guitar or listen to music. If I'm working a lot, then I'm basically practicing through my teaching and through the gigs that I'm playing and learning the music for those gigs. Um, but I find it fun to like on days I'm not working, I'll just pull out some songs or some stuff that I'm working on personally and or stuff that I'm writing, and I'll work on something like that. It's kind of like my own personal music time that has nothing to do with anything that I'm doing for work. But if I'm working a lot, then I'm actually not practicing that much. All right, so those are all the questions. Thanks for submitting your questions. If you have a question you would like to have answered by an everyday working guitar player, then you can shoot your emails to ben@tuneessence.com, and maybe you'll see your question answered in a future Ask a Guitarist. Thanks for watching.